Okay, and welcome back to Militia Madness. I got my deck tech for our Avatar week here with Master Pakku. So he's mono blue mill. I just kind of wanted to do a mill thing, and there were two commanders for it when I saw like what was going on, and I was like, okay, I could play the blue black one that's
Hama or whatever.
Yeah,
it's on the screen right here.
But yeah, it's like bloodbending. I could do some like artifacty token stuff and all that, and I just felt like that would be like too linear straight mill, and I was like, okay, Master Pakku looks like it'll be a little bit of a like gimmicky, like kind of fun, like tap on tap, like.
We've also seen lots of black decks use artifacts before, you know? It's the reason I pivoted away from it too.
It wouldn't have been too artifact heavy. It probably just would have been like maybe the draw package or something like that, and then like just using them to tap for the bloodbend like effective.
Yeah, but you'd still be playing like Rim Bauble, Blood Fountain, Tithing Blue, you know?
But yeah.
The same boring...
But yeah, the main like nice thing about being in black with that is I could have better control tools of like kill spells and then like what's it called? Sorry. And then other 3 mill spells that are in like pretty much Dimir. But this seemed a lot more fun. So what Master Pakku does, he's a 2 mana, 1/3 prowess, and whenever he becomes tapped, he mills equal to the amount of lessons in my graveyard. And I could choose myself for this if I need to fill up more lessons potentially. Or I could just choose Hunter and then just start milling even more quickly. And I'm going to start with my cards for the deck, which is like my little cheeky cards that interact with that. So we got Freed from the Reel. So for 2 mana, I could tap, untap. So even if he has stuff I can attack, I'm just constantly spending my extra mana to mill.
You can't go infinite with this, can you? That requires like... Because I know this goes infinite with like walls too, right?
I don't have any mana producing ways to go infinite with it, no. It's just a mana sink.
Yeah.
Then I got Octopus Form, which is mainly here because it's a lesson.
I love this
card.
But
it can cheekily untap or save Master Pakku, that kind of thing.
I love this card.
Then we got Moth Dust Changeling.
I know what this card does.
Yeah, it taps any creature, and then it can give Moth Dust Changeling flying. So just free way to tap.
I have played both. Is not Azuri, the green-blue guy that whenever a creature...
That's Azuri, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I played him, and I've played the ninja in CDH that have both
Yuriko.
played this guy. Yuriko, yeah.
Yeah. And then I got Vizier of Tumbling Sands and Clever Conjurer. These ones are more on the cute side because they're only on the untap when like Moth Dust is fine on his own because he activates on tap. But if I can have some way to tap Master Pakku and then a way to untap him, then another way to tap him again, can do some cheeky stuff with that.
Yep.
Vizier is a little less cheeky because I can just cycle it away and get 1 untap if I need it.
And draw a card too.
Yeah, or it could just be literally 1 mana cantrip because I could also untap my land that I used to tap it. So, but I just wanted to try playing the Clever Conjurer here. Little weird guy. Then what I'm going to do next is my just straight up mill cards. Just the instance sorceries of that, which are Compelling Argument, 2 mana mill 5, could cycle it away if I need to. Tome Scour, cheaper version of the same card just with no cycling. Then we got Stream of Thought, which is mill 4 of somebody, and then I can shuffle some stuff back into my own deck.
The fairest this card has ever been used.
Just replicate, so if it gets to the late game, I can do it multiple times. Then we got Dream Twist, just mills 3, and then flashback mills 3 again. And then Mind Sculpt for a mill of 7. Just very normal, fair, basically burn mill cards.
It's my childhood.
Then we got the couple of mill enchantments here, which Jace's Erasure and Curses of Bloody Tome, which will just steadily mill my opponent out. I wanted to put Chronic Flooding in for a second, which would turn something into an island, and then whenever it's tapped, mills them for 3, but I was like, that just seems too cute.
The limits of your depravity only go so far.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But yeah, Jace's Erasure doing it as I draw, Curses of Bloody Tome 2 steadily every turn. Very nice, consistent mill. Then I got a couple of mill creatures in Merfolk Secret Keeper. It's effectively just a Tome Scour, just a little less, that turns into an 0/4. So just very nice to help like keep more aggressive decks at bay. Then we got Drowner Initiate.
Yeah, this card.
Yeah, it's 1 blue for a 1/1, and then whenever any player plays a blue spell, I can play 1 to mill 2 from somebody.
Any player, huh?
Yeah.
Good old black-green deck.
Hey, if you somehow played a blue spell, I can bill you because of it.
That's true.
I'll do it myself. And then we got Iceberg Cancrix, who single-handedly made the deck cost $9 more.
Yeah, one of the most expensive decks that has ever played on this channel because you have to play 18 Snowlands.
Yeah. So Iceberg Cancrix is basically like a Hedron Crab effect, just more expensive, as long as you're playing Snowlands. Yeah. It says whenever another snow permanent enters under my control, you may have target player put the top 2 into their graveyard. So
no other snow permanents in the deck, right?
No other snow permanents, no. The only other good one is not legal.
Arkham's Astrolabe.
Yep, and then we got Zulaport Duelist here. 1 mana, 1/1 with Flash. it gives a creature -2/-0 and makes them mill 2. So this is just a nice way to, like, if my opponent attacks him with, like, a 2/1 or just, like, a 2 anything, just, okay, I fog you, you mill. And if it somehow had 1 health, or, like, I have Master Pakku out 2, I could just do, like, a nice, like, oh, you had a 2/2 coming into my 1/3, and you were just, like, possibly holding up a trick. It dead. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think that's, like, the super big, like, relevant case of it, but it's just a nice little, like, anti-aggro card that also happened to mill.
Oh, Logic Knot.
Yep, then we got my Counterspell suite, so we got straight up Counterspell.
My beloved.
Logic Knot, because you'll see a little later that I have some self-mill to fuel Master Pakku. Then Lose Focus, just being a quench, which can be a little bit more. It'll quench you, which is just a quench, but it'll also be a lesson. Mm-hmm. If you can't tell what I'm pointing to, I'm pointing to the little lesson symbol in the top corner, which is very... I just find that interesting. Like, like how they like template that, but it's actually very nice that I can tell at a glance what's lessons and what's not. Mm-hmm. Then we got Mana Leak, which is Mana Leak.
It reminds me a lot of, I don't know if you were playing around this time, but it was like Odyssey Block, where they put the little, like, tombstone up in the top left and it had a graveyard effect.
Yeah, I got some copies of Past and Flames with that.
Yeah.
And then we got Miscalc, which is another quench, but it can cycle. And then Daze, which is legal in this format.
Yeah.
And all of my lands are islands, so it's kind of free.
Very good in these types of decks. I've been playing Daze a lot in, like, control decks, and I think where it wants to be is a tempo deck. Where,
combos with Cancrix.
Pointing out, you pick up a Snow and put back into play and mill them again.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep. And then what we got here is my effectively removal spell set. So let's start with the 2 lessons. They're both 5 mana and kind of bad. So at worst, I could hopefully, like, mill them over or discard them from my hand for, like, other stuff. But what they're mainly doing here is, if I get enough mana, I can unconditionally put something on the top of my or bottom of my opponent's deck, or I can unconditionally exile something. And then they get a clue. And what the nice thing about this is the instant speed one, while the one that gives them a draw card is at sorcery speed. So I picked Zuko's Exile instead of... That's fair. I think it's Introduction to Annihilation.
Yes.
And then
this also gives you a clue too, doesn't it?
This one gives me a clue. This one gives them a clue.
Yeah. We're sharing clues.
Yeah. And then I got 2 1-mana turn something into something that does nothing. And then 1 2-mana one that comes in with Flash. And I have no way to actually activate the colorless cost on that, so it'll never
Most decks don't.
Yeah.
Cormella does, because it accidentally plays a Takasha's Dig Site, but, like, that's the only deck I think I've ever played that can activate that.
Yep. And then now I just got some blue value creatures. So just Philology Archaeologist to mill myself a little bit and get a non-creature, non-land. Mm-hmm. Augur Bolus for the same reasons, except it doesn't put the cards in the graveyard. And Archaeomancer to return a possible spell, because just get some value in the later game.
Fair Archaeomancer, unlike last week.
Yep. Then we got the kind of just couple of refill cards here, which are Waterbending Lesson. We'll draw 3, discard 1, so profit of 2. Mainly here because it's a lesson. I don't think I'm ever going to waterbend this, unless, because I don't think I want to pay 6 mana. Got Deep Analysis in case it gets milled over, that kind of thing. I'm drawing 2 off of it, or I can just pay hard 4 for it. Then Lorien Revealed, which doubles as an island, but also is just a nice draw 3. These kind of spells are also much nicer because I have Jace's Erasure in the deck, so they can be high mill while also doing that.
Yep.
It's also just good to refill. And then we're going to finalize out with my cantrips. Got Brainstorm, Ponder, Preordain, the best 3 in the format. And then Gataxian Probe.
The best 2.
Which is legal in this format.
This one is suspect.
I have ways to mill myself, so it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. But most decks would play these over this, and are correct to do so.
Yeah.
But.
And then I got Thought Scour, Mental Note.
Yeah.
Which I probably will be targeting the Thought Scour to my opponent a good amount in this, but the Mental Note is mainly here just to fuel Pakku. And then Consider as the mini version that also gives me some selection. As a nice 7 cantrip suite, that'll be just a good way to kind of keep myself like on cards I want to make sure I have my counter spells at the right time, that kind of stuff.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Which is, I see a lot of ways to mill yourself. Did you consider something like Tolarian Terror, Cryptic Serpent, like those types of things? Just to have
You'll see that in a second.
Oh, okay.
And then I have...
Oh, they in your sideboard? Got it.
I have 9 islands from Jumpstart, all snow-covered, and 9 islands with the same art from Kaldheim.
They're 18 snow-covered islands for those keeping track.
This is a $9 mana base in a monocolored deck, and I love it. Oh, man. And that's it for the main deck. So I'm going to get onto the sideboard after I just clear some space. Okay, so as Hunter was saying, my sideboard starts with Murmuring Mystic, Tolarian Terror, Cryptic Serpent, Azure Fleet Admiral. These are going to be mainly for like control decks and stuff after they board out their hate.
You can catch them on the removal
Yeah, these
spells.
3 can come in a little bit more against like non-control decks just to be like another way to be like contest the board. But it's just going to be a good way to just kind of be a getcha.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So then I got my anti-graveyard because I'm fueling my opponent's graveyard. I don't want them to have it. So I have Relic of Purge Innocent, Tormod's Crypt. Because I'm not on black, so I can't run Nihil Spellbomb.
It's true.
Then I got anti-artifact, Annul and Steel Sabotage. I could not find a copy of Steel Sabotage before this.
Yeah, neither could I.
Here. So it's probably fine. I don't think he's playing stuff that I'm going to need to use it for, so it won't affect the video.
It's interesting. It says a lot about my deck building that I always choose this over this because I don't like having too many slots dedicated to it.
Yeah.
But in mono blue, I can see having the second spot.
Yeah. But. And also, like, this can like bounce an artifact that can make an enchantment. Like, they do have like slight functional differences.
I just have a big and hit an enchantment.
Yeah. Then I have my extra situational counter spells. So against like non-aggressive decks, I can bring in like Muddle the Mixture, Arcane Denial, because counter instant and sorcery can also search up Jace's Erasure, so I can grind them out. Arcane Denial, when they're just getting like counter spells and stuff like that, while I'm just sitting here with like a Jace's Erasure on the field, I don't care as much.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spell Pierce can just be a nice way to just like make sure that like my enchantment sticks, my Master Pakku sticks, all that kind of good stuff. Then let's see, got Hydroblast, Blue Eye Blast. Helps me survive against red decks. Kind of just a necessary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the other card I couldn't find, which is against aggro decks. Bind the Monster. We'll tap something and hold it down forever. The only cost is that I'm going to be taking some damage on the first time. But if I didn't effectively kill it with this, it would be doing that anyway.
Yeah.
And then if I really need more removal, I do have the copy of Introduction to Annihilation here.
Yeah.
Just to be one extra hard removal spell. If
whatever it is,
big stuff.
Get it out of there.
Yep. And then it's also going to boost my lesson count to 6 instead of 5 if I bring it in, which could be relevant. And that's it for the sideboard and the deck tech of Master Pakku. We'll see you in the game this Friday. And just make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you want to play some games or just see how the meta's like, you can join the Discord. That's in the description. We'll also have the deck list in the description, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, have a nice day.